I think Draup has helped us tremendously is buyer intent. Knowing what that person in that account is thinking and looking at in terms of what their next technology purchase or decision or challenge is. That allows our sales account managers to go in and actually have the right conversation, and allows our marketing team to send the right messages.
Welcome, everyone. Really excited to have Sameer Shariff, founder, innovator, CEO of Impelsys, which is Sameer's been a good friend of mine for the last, I forget how many years, but I always also admired him as one of the greatest innovators. He started Impelsys from scratch and has grown this company to be a global enterprise, really focused on customers and customer success, focused on partners, focused on continuous innovation and growth, which is important, obviously, for all of us. And today's conversation is really about growth. And I'm hoping to learn from you, Sameer, on your growth journey. I mean, really the story of your growth, how you founded the company, how you grew, and take away the lessons for all of us, I guess. So looking forward to this conversation.
Thank you, Amaresh. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast. I'm excited to talk about my journey. I think what we'll talk about today is all about sales and marketing. But I think what's really, really important for us at Impelsys is this journey has been successful over the last 20 years. It's because of our partnerships that we've built, the ecosystem of partners to help us succeed with our customers. So we value the Draup partnership. It's a lot more than you guys providing us a particular service. It's a true partnership in allowing us to figure out our sales and marketing success strategies. So looking forward to our conversation today.
Sameer, you're very kind in your words and your attribution to us as a valued partner. We really appreciate this partnership and always excited to be working with you personally and also with Impelsys in this growth journey. And like you said, it's not just growth for Impelsys or Draup, but really enabling our customer success and growth.
Growth and making impact in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
Absolutely.
And today I would love to have a conversation around one topic, growth. I know you've built this company, Impelsys, from scratch and grown it to be a global enterprise.
Yep.
And looking from the outside, what I think stands out for me in your journey is first and foremost customer centricity, but really how you are so data driven, right? And intentional in all your decision making. And leveraging, you've been at the forefront of leveraging new age technologies always. You've always you never shied away from experimenting and innovating.
Absolutely.
So I'd love to start by just hearing from you, learning more about your growth journey.
Definitely.
Growth journey around Impelsys. Yeah.
So thank you for inviting me to the podcast. It's, I think, fundamentally, as an entrepreneur, I always believe business is very simple, and it can be we're in high tech, but the fundamentals of all business is about relationships, and I think we value the Draup relationship tremendously. But you're right, it's my journey at Impelsys as the founder and CEO has, it's been a phenomenal journey. It's a journey of learning and continuous learning. I remember, when I started as the individual founder, it was just me going out and selling. And as we slowly started to grow and built a sales team, it was still spreadsheets that we put our sales and data in to track. So got that, and then then CRMs came along, and we're like, okay, we've got to manage that better. So we started move from spreadsheets to the CRM side, and that gave us a level of management of how we were executing. and as we evolved there, initially it was just CRM just putting data, but then leveraging the CRM to really help us figure out how to do our sales. And as that evolved, we saw multiple types of companies that can aid in our sales and marketing strategy. So that's, we saw that what we had great data, but how do we now, get other tools to incorporate? So we started, leveraging other technologies. Draup was one. And I must say that before Draup, there were other vendors that we brought in. And I think this is one of the values that we value from Draup, is that, it didn't work out with other vendors. It was more transactional, I believe. But I think our relationship, yeah, it is a tech relationship, but underneath the tech, there's people, the Draup team and our team. How do we engage? So that really worked, and I think that's a key value prop that Draup has. It's, you've got world-class tech, and it's got all the latest bells and whistles, but you've got passionate people who really care about building success, right? So, bringing partners like that into the equation, and so now, brought that, and we've got and we'll talk about our strategies there, but now there's another set of revolutions that is coming, which is AI, right? So we're excited about how do we leverage that. So from spreadsheets now all the way to a fantastic platform that has multiple components to it, and then now adding that AI layer, it's come a long way. So we'll talk more about that, how we've done it, and how we've evolved in how we sell our solutions. And I think, just for our audience, Impelsys is focused. It's an IP-led services organization that helps primarily in two key markets, which is education and healthcare. And we help our customers in their whole digital transformation journey, but deep into healthcare and education. So it's a B2B play. We're focused on enterprises, not small, but mid to large enterprises in their digital transformation.
Fantastic. Thanks for sharing that story. It's really fascinating. I've been watching your growth journey, both you personally and also your company. Interesting that you brought up AI in almost a second or third sentence. So our belief as a technology company, data-driven company, AI is nothing but data plus models plus compute.
Absolutely.
We start with large data sets, but what's most relevant for you as a partner is how we model on top of the data to bring to life real-time actionable insights, right? That you can then leverage
Absolutely.
to go to market, help your customer, help solve your customer problems.
Yep.
And kind of feed on top of that, right? Feed on that to grow together with your customer. And partnership, you mentioned partnership, I think right after that. You're absolutely right. I mean, even when we say AI is nothing but data plus models plus compute, the human curation, the value of human curation on top of the data, to kind of contextualize it, for you, healthcare and education. So to kind of understand your context in an automated, scalable way and provide those actionable insights to you, I think is where the value is. And
But I think
so we'd love to hear.
I think you touched up on some good points. I think AI is such an in thing today, right? And what we tell our customers is, let go of the noise. There's a lot of noise happening, but guess what? AI, it's serious. There is an AI revolution that's happening, just like the internet revolution or the mobile revolution. And what we tell our customers, this revolution is an evolution. It will not change overnight. It's going to take time. but we can't ignore it. We've got to adopt to it. So, and I think, that's what we're doing also. I mean, this is what we tell our customers for their digital transformation, but internally we're doing this, we're looking at it as an evolution. We have to leverage all these technologies to help us win.
Yeah.
So I think, so on one side, we are engaging, but the other key piece in this, and what we also tell our customers, is that we can't do this alone, because you know, there's so much happening and it's so fast. How do we optimize AI
Yeah.
in, let's say, for us, our partner in sales and marketing is Draup. So we need these partnerships across our enterprise,
Yeah.
just like we tell our customers that they need key technology partners to help them maneuver
Yeah.
and navigate
Yeah.
through the AI revolution.
Yeah.
So I think in our sales and marketing, we have our ideas. We have our overall marketing and sales strategy. We have our ideas on how we're using our platform, then how to use the latest and greatest AI tools and methodologies to optimize what we're doing to our strategy. But doing it alone is like, you might, we don't know, it's just 1 + 1 is 3 versus us doing alone. And that's where we see value our partnerships with Draup, because, and that's the fantastic thing about our relationship. It's not that you've given us your product and you've left,
Yeah.
right? You've given us your product. You understand with your account team, we're working with our team, you're understanding our marketing and sales goals,
Yeah.
understanding our products, and really working with our head of sales, head of marketing, to figure out how do you, Draup, helps Impelsys get to our sales and marketing goals. And in that journey, it's the whole AI journey together. So I think, and so I tell, we can't get scared of AI, but we've got to utilize it, and utilize it in the right and smart way, right?
No, that's great. So our hypothesis is, uh, like you said, we don't come and give you data and walk away.
Yep.
We think that's just part of the puzzle, right?
Yep.
So we like to think that we help you at multiple levels. We help you formulate your strategy.
Mm-hmm.
When I say we, it's Draup and
Yep.
other AI intelligence platforms.
Yep.
One strategy formulation, kind of, you have a roadmap, leads to a roadmap. We also help you execute, right? Execute all the way to success.
Absolutely.
What I mean by that is we come in, understand your use cases, your strategy use cases, and then understand down to your target audience, your product positioning framework, your target audience, and then help use data, use AI on top to really hyper contextualize and help you look at your market not just as a whole, but if you have 100 customers that you're working with, really drill down to the individual level, almost like mass customization.
Absolutely.
Really go down to each customer, each account, and provide you the context to have a meaningful, impactful conversation.
Yep.
And build a partnership, right? Help you build a partnership, help you win and grow, right? Would love to, having said that, would love
let
to.
me, so before, I think, we've done a lot, I think, from a strategy standpoint. Let's say pre-Draup and post-Draup. Draup, our strategy was quite wide.
Yeah.
It was there, meaning shoot everywhere and try to, hit a few targets, right? And I think post understanding, and when we saw Draup and saw the type of data that you had for, accounts, specifically within our verticals, healthcare and education, we're like, wow. And what we realized, I mean, not only Draup, but realized that we were doing too much. We don't need to do too much. We need to just focus.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we looked at our whole business and we said, look, yes, a majority of our revenues comes from our core existing customers.
Yeah.
And within those existing customers, there's a set of them that provide us a bulk of it.
Yeah.
So what we need to, and we do, us as a company, we do great in building those relationships. But what if we can add multiple more layers of data around those customers,
Yeah.
so that we really understand those customers really, really well? We could be 2, 3, 4x more successful.
Absolutely.
So one thing we did is said, okay, let's focus on get some of our target customers and let's leverage Draup to figure out what our strategies around them is.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, for our new business, new customers, instead of just going super wide, let's pick a list of customers that we would like in our markets. And let's use the Draup intelligence to see, okay, so get a list, start doing research through Draup, and figure out, and now prune that list to a set.
Yeah.
And we've said that we're just going to focus on them. Because, I mean, we talked about relationships. We believe at Impelsys, it's all about relationships. And if we can build a relationship with these customers, even these new customers that we don't have, but start engaging with them over a 6, 12, 18, 24 months, they would be comfortable with us.
Yeah.
And then we could win. So I think Draup has given us the tools and the intelligence to support this new, very, very focused tactical strategy for our existing customers and our new customers. And and I think and then, working with your team, you guys understand it, to tell us, okay, how do we fine tune our strategy even further?
Yeah.
And then how do we use all the bells and whistles, AI and all that, to make sure that we can succeed? So it's been a year since we've been doing it. We've already, this year we're seeing that success. And as we're budgeting for next year right now, we're seeing that, that target list of new customers, we've gotten pretty decent amount of success of making inroads into a certain percentage. So we're moving them, we're moving certain accounts out that we haven't had success, bringing in some more accounts, and moving the ones that we've had success into that next year's bucket, and we're going to continue to focus there. So again, really targeted precision, and really understanding these accounts, because in today's world, just sending out emails does not work. We need to understand the organization across, understand that individual in that organization, understand his network within that organization, make sure we target his network. But also, that other phenomenal thing that I think Draup has helped us tremendously is buyer intent. Knowing what that person in that account is thinking and looking at in terms of what their next technology purchase or decision or challenge is. That allows our sales account managers to go in and actually have the right conversation, and allows our marketing team to send the right messages. So, I mean, it's a phenomenal evolution of marketing and sales versus when I was starting my company, where I would just blindly go in saying, hey, the only thing I had was he was a publisher and he was the CTO. Versus today, it's very, very precise. And I think for us to scale across the world, and for us as an enterprise to be successful, we need to empower our sales team with that data for them to be successful. empower that sales team with the right marketing strategies from the marketing team
Yeah. Yeah.
to actually, you know, figure, give that support so that salesperson is successful,
Yeah. Yeah. I
right?
totally agree. In my previous life, I used to work in a larger enterprise.
Very large.
It's kind of.
Yeah.
I still remember I used to have multiple days in a month when I would have a stream of technology and IT services companies walk into my office, and everyone had the same story saying, I
Hmm.
can do anything under the sun, I can do it better than anyone else, and I can do it cheaper than uh, everyone else.
Hmm.
End of the day, I would be sitting there scratching my head saying, I have these two problems. Who do I go to? Because everyone's the best, everyone's the
Hmm.
cheapest. So, what I think data and AI and this contextualization has helped us do is really walk in. Now I can walk into your office and say, Sameer, I know you have these three use cases or problem areas, and here's how I can help you with these
Yeah.
better than anyone else. And
Absolutely.
this is what I can do for you with an impact, with whatever I think is impact would be impact for you.
Yeah.
I think that's a contextualization at a personal level, right? I think which is what you're talking about. One other thing you mentioned is for every B2B, especially as you scale, 80%, we often forget that 80% of our revenue comes from existing customers
Absolutely. Yeah.
and 20% is from new.
Yeah.
And when you're working with partners, you often say, can you help me find new customers?
Yeah.
One of my friends is again at a very large Fortune, maybe 100 company, put it best. He said, and this is for his largest customer. He said, like, what I know about them is twice a week coffee chat, coffee conversation I have with my stakeholders,
Hmm.
customer stakeholders. I'm really, at the end of the week, I'm really not sure if they're just giving me the news that they want me to hear. And I don't know how much of that is fact versus hypotheses.
Yeah.
And I come out of those conversations not really knowing where the next growth areas or the opportunities are. I think what a data sales intelligence platform now allows us to do is step back,
Yeah.
look at the data, apply our thinking, human curation, plus the machine learning and AI models to extract the insights, right? If you look at a seller's journey,
Yep.
it's really five or six things. If I want to go sell to a banking and financial services vertical, I need to understand the current top trends in the industry.
Yep.
Step two, like you mentioned, I want to understand the business intentions and the investment priorities of the 10 companies I'm
Yep.
targeting.
Yep.
Step three is in each of those 10, understand what opportunities exist for me.
Yeah.
And then step four, again, like you said, who do I go have those conversations with? Is Sameer the right person to talk, I mean, to have a conversation about data migration or healthcare
Yeah.
and education in your case?
Yeah.
uh, because this then allows me to walk into your office, have a coffee conversation with you, and say again, like, come with you with a very context-rich, relevant set of value attributes, right, that help
Absolutely.
you in your growth journey.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. It's amazing to hear you kind of. We
But
as a data company, we
and I think
keep.
with the see the thing is there's so much innovation that's going to happen, and I believe that all the things that you said. Imagine if that salesperson could have an agent, his virtual agent that
Yeah,
actually supports him, and all of this data is so when you have that coffee conversation with your customer,
yeah,
you know before you engage with them, that agent tells you, okay,
yeah,
here's the 10 things that he's challenged with today.
yeah,
Here's a couple of things that would align to our value proposition to him. Here's how we could help him. And imagine if that salesperson had this agent, which I think where
yeah,
drop is in I think that's where you will evolve to, is you're going to be our partner in sales and marketing,
Yeah.
and I think where the product is evolved will be that you will be an agent for each one of our sales guys, and you'll be agents for each one of our marketing
Absolutely.
guys. And so that now that salesperson goes into that coffee conversation with such incredible data and intelligence, that conversation for him with our customer partner there
Yeah.
would be such high value for the customer partner that that customer partner is going to be looking forward to every coffee
Having a
conversation,
Absolutely.
right? And that's the kind of value that we have
Yeah.
to innovate to.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important as an enterprise and as an organization. You talked about, you said that, I've continuously innovated. And I think, for any business to succeed,
Yeah.
innovation in every way is super key.
Yeah.
So in marketing,
Innovation in product, innovation in go-to-market.
innovation in marketing, innovation in finance, innovation in HR, in every aspect of your enterprise, we have to continuously innovate for us to, continuously, you talked about growth,
Yeah.
for us to grow. So this AI revolution, which will be an evolution, working with Draup to say, okay, can we create these agents?
Yeah.
Because in my day-to-day today, I use a couple of AI tools.
Yeah.
It seems like I'm doing this more and more. I realize that I have a problem set.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going to do to answer, respond to that problem set.
Yeah.
But what I do now is I then go to my AI chatbot and say, give them the situation, give them that, it knows that I'm the CEO, I'm the founder, and give them the problem set and ask it for a course of action.
Yep.
And that course of action I'm not going to follow that course, but it gives me a little bit better intelligence on possibilities.
Yeah.
It makes my decision that much higher quality.
Yeah.
And I believe that, giving our sales and marketing guys these agents that can help them, make them better, right, would be tremendous. And I'm we're going to work as partners towards that.
Yeah.
And
I think
actually,
the evolution, as you said, is abstracting a lot of this data sets, complexity, and really coming to you with a set of recommendations.
yeah,
As a data company, we really start with global labor data sets,
yeah,
firmographics, technographics, signals, market signals.
yeah,
But really abstracting, understanding, applying models on top
yeah,
to come to you and say, look, I know who you are. I know what you're focused on, what your strategy is and roadmap looks like. And say, look, here are 5 recommendations for you. I think all our effort through this co-pilots, agent AI is really leading us to having an automated, scalable way of saying, look, Sameer, today, I mean, here are 5 things for you to do today.
yeah, yeah.
So that's really, I guess, the nirvana or what success, desired outcome would look like.
But I think what's super key we can bring the best technologies and the best strategies, but at the end of the day, what matters is results.
Yep.
So in your strategy, if you don't have metrics and key KPIs to measure your outcome, then you're going to fail from the start.
Yeah.
So I think for us, it's the conversion rates for sales, right? It's how do we increase our, and we've seen it that our conversion rates are increasing. Is it time to close? So I think for all sales and marketing organizations, KPI driven strategies and executing on your business with tools like Draup, and then measuring response, right, and the success to make sure that you are getting the ROI not only on the cost but the time that you put in, and then you can fine tune and keep on innovating. So I think again, it's all around data. Having Salesforce as a platform, having all the other components plugged into it, you know, and then getting the data and then seeing, okay, we initiated conversation day 1, day 90 we closed,
Yeah.
and out of the 250x opportunities we closed X, and that's improved over time. We're doing a good job,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
One side takeaway for me is to go back and make sure every person in the organization, not just the go-to-market or the front end people, but every person in my organization has a KPI-led kind
Yeah,
of metric, right? I mean, a dashboard and
everyone, right?
every person. Yeah,
And I
that's
think, I
so
mean,
important. I mean, so yeah,
absolutely. And I think one more piece is, how are they using
yeah,
AI to impact that KPI?
absolutely. That's a
See,
great point.
that's an
That's a
exercise
great
that
point. That's a great point.
we're starting to formulate. Of, how do we? Yeah, everyone has their goals.
Yeah,
Every department, HR,
yeah,
finance, engineering, marketing. But how do we now?
yeah.
What do we do on the AI side to speed up or strengthen and make sure our success rate on the KPI is really, really
Okay.
strengthened?
So, Samir, this has been really fascinating. And I have three takeaways
Okay.
from this conversation, including some tips on how to hold everyone accountable to using more AI
Yep.
and leveraging AI to get better every day. So, Samir, once again, thank you so much.
Thank
This has been a
you.
really interesting conversation. Really appreciate you making time.
And I think, I
And
mean, it goes back fundamentals of any business. It's about relationships, and I think, we Impelsys and Draup are great partners, and it's a win-win partnership. And I think we have our values, you know, similar values in what we want to do. It's
yeah,
passionate about what we do, creating success
yeah,
and making impact and creating success for our customers. So
absolutely.
I think, looking forward to continuously
Yep,
innovating
yep,
together
yep,
and just winning.
yep,
Great.
absolutely. I
Thank
mean,
you so much.
thank you.